Coach Sergey Danielov of Alliance Fencing Academy, Houston, Texas. Coach, a lot of your fencers talk about the family environment at Alliance, but tell us a little bit more about the fencing curriculum and the coaching that you focus on with all your fencers.
As I mentioned earlier, that we don't have we're working as a team, right? So all coaches work with all students, and we believe it's a good system because each coach brings his own or her own approach to fencing, and then the fencers accumulate this knowledge, and bring it all the experience from all coaches to the strip and trying to show the good result. Basically, we focus on some new things because I travel a lot with the cadet junior team to the World Cups. The past 2 years I was designated for mostly for men, sometimes women sapien cadet and juniors. Andre travels a lot with the seniors.
He's the women's epee national team coach.
Yeah, women's epee national team Olympic team coach. Benoit used to be national team coach for the men's epee. So we travel a lot and we get all together once a week, once maybe every other week, and we share our experience and I'm trying to adjust. For example, we came from the tournament and we saw that something missing in our fencing, and we're trying to discuss all together and adjust and bring it into the training. And then of course we have okay, so we have discussing a plan. What should we, in this particular age, what kids needs to be learned during the season, and then all the coaches with their own approach trying to deliver it to the students, but general idea, again, as a team we're working together.
Coach, talking with a lot of the Olympians who are here training this week at Summer Nationals, they have all touched on the evolution of fencing, and it's not just the evolution from year to year, but now it's the evolution from World Cup to World Cup, where there are noticeable differences in the fencing. With having 3 national team coaches present at Alliance, how beneficial is that to you as a coaching staff and also to your students to see always the freshest, most relevant trends in international fencing?
I believe it's very important, and again, that's why we do this meeting, because some of our coaches or assistant coaches don't have opportunity to go to the tournament, and that's why we're getting bigger. We're going to the World Cup. We see something new came up in the world of fencing. We immediately discuss it and immediately trying to implement into our practice at the club. When somebody gets some innovation in the strategy or something, because fencing right now changes a lot. It becomes more athletic, the speed is different, the timing is different, the distance is different, and of course the strategy changes, from year to year. And then we're trying to, watch this close as possible so we can adjust it in our club.
You have Olympians, Olympic bronze medalists, Kelly and Courtney Hurley. Kelly Hurley on her way to her 3rd Olympics. Interviewing her the other day, she talked about how significantly her fencing has improved now that her and Kelly are training full-time at Alliance. She said more than ever they're taking lessons, 3-4 lessons a week. What types of things are you as a coaching staff focusing on or concentrating on in lessons like that with your fencers?
Well, basically when are you talking about Courtney and Kelly?
I guess generally as a staff for your students.
No, basically as I told earlier, we have some plan, right? We're trying to deliver to our students, right? And then of course, it's like in school, you study, and then you have final. You pass it, you fail, you fail, For us, tournament is kind of like a test, it's a final test, They come to the tournament, however, when we see something missing, I don't know, a person didn't take Perry 4 enough or something like that. That's when we come back to the gym, and trying to add this to fencing, So we're always looking what better can be added to each individual fencer to make him better, and then we come to the next tournament trying to see, okay, did it work? Yes. Okay, so what else? And then what else? I mean, it's like endless. I believe that's what I love fencing about. It's like endless process of learning, even like for me, you know, like I'm still learning, you know, there and here, you know, and, you know, I believe like as long as you think there is a room for progression, everybody will progress there.
Definitely. And as a coaching staff, and I guess as a club at Alliance, is the focus more on footwork? Is it on blade actions? Is it on tempo?
All aspects, everything. I believe everything. We're doing normally, like during the week, we have specific classes for footwork, we have specific classes for blade work. In the youth program, we organize the fitness practices for our students after each practice. Cadet junior fencers, they already know these drills and stuff, so they stay on their own. Target, private lessons, classes, fencing itself, open fencing when they try to get as many bouting as possible. Bout with missions, I mean basically all aspects what needs to be done in fencing we're trying to fit into the week every week.
All right, Coach. Well, we're seeing signs of that this week, and best of luck to the students you still have competing.
Thank you.